I hope you're all doing really well today. Today's video is going to be testing like a bunch of like new stuff to me, so not new in makeup, but it's like a full face, I guess, of first impressions for a lot of it. So I thought let's just jump in and let's test some new makeup, some new bits and bobs. My eyes are already prepped with the P. Louise eye base, but I have so basically I have the new, well it's not new, but this So Jaded Kathleen Lights times Colourpop palette. This was so funny because I was taking everything out of like my drawers earlier to use, and all of the pans fell out because they are magnetic. So I was screaming, my boyfriend was like, oh my gosh, I thought something had happened, you're really silly. So I had to get Lizzie, who I've done loads of collabs with, to send me a picture of what it looked like on the inside to obviously put the colours back in the correct place. But I also have the Huda Beauty Melted Matte Shadows, so I have loads, but I thought I would take out the green and blue ones just for a bit of colour. So let's jump in and do my eyes first, because I rarely do that and I always complain when there's fallout. So let's jump in. I think what I'm going to do is jump into this shade here from the So Jaded one in the shade Jade, which is just there, and I'm going to go on this. I don't have many brushes at the minute because they all need to be washed, but I'm just going to use what I have. So I'm going to jump into that Jade shade, and I'm just going to pop this into my crease.
It's kind of staying in that place where I'm putting it, it's not really blending out. We'll just do it like this for now and see what happens. Just going to continue blending this. I'm going to take this shade here, just on the top, called Geodude. I'm just going to place this just above where I placed that like first shade, just I'm hoping that will help it to like blend out just a tiny bit better. Oh, and I forgot to say, I'm taking this on the Morphe 330 brush. They're not really blending out that well together, I'm not sure if it's my technique, but
I'm going to try and blend it out with this I Heart Revolution brush that I got in like the chocolate gift set at Christmas, and just see if this helps me blend it out a bit better. And then back in with the Morphe brush on that green shade Jade. It is blending out a lot better with that second brush that I've been using. So I'm just kind of going back and forth at the minute. And then I'm going to go on that green shade and I'm going to dab this on the outer V. And then I'm going to go in with this Molly Bryan M08 brush. And I'm going to take that second shade, that Geodude. And I'm just going to go kind of like on the outskirts of this. And then what I think I'm going to do is go in with this one here, which is the green one by Huda Beauty, and it is called Limelight and Gold Chains. So I'm going to take the matte shade first, which if I swatch it, it is very lime greeny. And then if I swatch the glittery shade, it looks, I don't know if that's going to be any good, but we'll try it. Looks like that. I'm going to pop that in the place where I haven't put any shadow.
it's very bright.
I'm going to go on to like a little brush. This is the Morphe 213, just so I can get like a more precise line.
This is how it's looking so far. What I'm going to do is go on to the other side of this, which is like the shimmery side, and then just pop that all over where I placed that green shade.
So this is how it looks with the shimmery shade. I actually quite like that after I think I've blended it out again, just on the outer edges. I think I'll really enjoy this. So I'm gonna just take this Molly O'Brien M08 brush and I'm just gonna keep buffing this out just so there's not such a like line between where I've placed that melted shadow and the eyeshadow, sorry. So what I'm going to do is go off camera, do my other eye, I'll come back with my lashes on and then we'll do the rest of my face. So I am back. I have done my other eye and applied some lashes. My camera died so I had to like recharge it, so it's been a while. I'm really in love with this look. I feel like it gives me like forest vibes. I didn't think I would enjoy the colours as much as I have, or like the green, but it's super pretty. So let's jump in and do my base. I'm going to use this, well it's not new but it's new to me. It is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Now I bought this back in January and I've realised since then that they're now like going to be shutting down their brand. So maybe you guys will be able to get this on a sale. So I'm just going to take about 2 pumps on my fingers and just kind of like put this everywhere. I don't have a like, well I do now, but, and you guys would have seen I also had that like, I also have a lavender one which I'm not sure if I did a video on. I think I did, but I really liked that. This kind of gives me like a more, like a better glow than the other one. I've forgotten what the other one's name is if I'm being honest, but this gives a more intense glow straight off the bat than the other one does. I really like that. So the next thing I'm going to jump into is this Bare Minerals Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation. And I bought this because Tammy really loved it. And I think I have used it before. So it's not really like a first impressions, but I can't remember what I thought of it. So we're just going to use it again. I like quite a high, like a full coverage foundation. That is just what I like. I got mine in the shade, what shade is this? Warm Light. We're just going to apply this everywhere. So that is my foundation done. What I'm going to do now is apply this NARS Soft Matte Coverage Concealer. This is new, I haven't tried this. I got mine in the shade Vanilla. I think that is the lightest one. And I'm just going to apply this with, I think we'll go in with my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush. Just because I know like a few people apply it with kind of these type of brushes. So I've like taken a good amount. I wouldn't say it's a brightening one, and this is the lightest. I have the shade Chantilly in the like the radiant one, and that's light enough for my skin. Yeah, I'm going to blend this out I think with a beauty blender, but just for placement I'm going to just continue using this. You know what, I think I take that back because it definitely has lightened underneath my eye. Like it looks really weird in the like tub, but it has really brightened it up. Yeah, it's really smoothed out underneath my eyes. Alex, if you're watching this, it's like from first impressions, it's definitely like kind of blurred out underneath my face. So I'm going to jump into my Revolution Cream Contour Set, and I just kind of want to like warm up my face. I don't know if I really want a cream contour, but I'm just kind of going to use this shade here, and we're just going to plop this around my face. And I think I'm going to use my Real Techniques contour brush. I got this contour set in like the Revolution, was it the Concealing Glow? And I wasn't sure if I was going to use it, but I think it's a good thing to have. Like, you don't always have to have like a different stuff if you are a beginner. This is a very good set for the price. And I'm just going to blend this out again with my Roxy sponge. Like, or you don't really want to spend a fortune on a contour like cream set because you're not really sure on creams. This is a really good option, I think. Yeah, that's super pretty. So next thing I'm going to do is my blush, and I'm going to use this Barry M Fresh Face Cheek and Lip Tint. This is in the shade Summer Rose. I don't know if I've used this before. No, I haven't, because there are things on it. So I'm just going to take this onto the back of my hand, and that is how it looks, like just squeezed out from the tube. And I want to take this on a stippling brush because I feel like that's how it's going to look the best, but I don't think I've got a clean one. Yeah, so I don't have a clean one, so what I might do is go on with the same brush, this contour one that I just used, and kind of just dab. And I'm going to start off with, like, honestly the smallest amount because I don't know how pigmented this is, and I don't really want to like apply loads and then come out with super pink cheeks. So I'll start off like really small and then I'll build this up. It hasn't disturbed the product underneath, but I am going to take some more because that's like definitely kind of, when I've patted it out, it's definitely gone somewhere. So that is how that is looking with the blush. It is really subtle, but it is like lightening up and giving me that like summer rose kind of look. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I'm really like in love with it. I think it's okay, but I wouldn't like write home about it. I'm not blown away by that at all. I'm going to jump in and use my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzer in the shade 02, and I just want to bronze all over my skin where I place kind of the bronzer.
Just because I want to set my face.
With that bronzer, it is looking really nice. Like the blush, I'm quite impressed. And I'm just going to carve out underneath my cheekbones, underneath like the bottom of my face, my jawline. Yeah. It is coming out really nice. It is giving that like subtle kind of rosé vibes. I like that. I'm not annoyed, you know, but I'm not like blown away by it. I feel like it's quite a faff, but that's just how I feel. What I'm going to do is, I've already had this Laura Mercier translucent powder like quite a few times, but I just never got around to picking it up again. But I have this time. I ended up picking it up in ASOS. So I'm just going to set this underneath my eyes. I've got to take the thing off. So I haven't used it in, I would say 2 years, 3 years now. So let's refresh and see if I still enjoy this powder. Like buff out some of the creases from my concealer. I'm just going to press this underneath my eye. And also just at the bottom of here, underneath my contour line. So I kind of get it nice and clean. And I'm just going to press some of the powder here where I tend to get oily. And then I'm going to go into this Molly O'Brien, what is it, 02. And I'm going to take some of this Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and just kind of going to contour my nose. Oh my gosh, I've gone on with way too much there. Do you see that? I'm hoping that I'll be able to take, I'm just taking my Chloe Morton like angled brush, and I'm hoping that I'll just be able to kind of buff this out, make me a bit more sun-kissed. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm just going to brush this away now, the powder. Yeah, I do really like that powder. It never looks dry underneath my skin. Super cute. One of the last things I want to do is go in with this ABH Nicole Guerrero highlighter palette. And I think I'm just going to go into this shade here called Kitty Cat, which is like this pinky shade. And the places I want to highlight. I want to finish off and do my under eyes and then give you my final thoughts on everything. So I'm just going to jump in to my, I'm trying to grab brushes all the time, it's annoying, my Morphe E36 brush, and I'm going to take that shade Jade, which was that deep green shade, and I'm just going to bring this underneath my eye. And I'm going to take my Revolution 5D mascara and I'm just going to coat underneath my lashes. And I'm going to take this Revolution Satin Kiss lip liner in the shade Chauffeur, and I'm just going to line my lips to sharpen some of my lip liners. And then I'm going to take this NYX Lingerie, is it a liquid lipstick? Yeah, in the shade Satin Ribbon. I haven't used this in the longest time, but let's use it. So this is the finished look, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, I really want to dive into some of my collection, so a lot of it is like a full face, really, of first impressions. I really enjoyed everything. There's not really anything that I've hated. I'm not so keen on that. It is very soft and subtle, and I think as well I might have to try it again because I didn't have like the brush I really wanted to use it with available. But everything else I'm super impressed with. Like, I absolutely have adored this Huda Beauty melted eyeshadow and this So Jaded palette. Like, definitely stars of the show today. I really want to play with this again, and there's some beautiful blues that I really want to give a try, and some purples. So I'm definitely going to take this out and play with this again sometime soon. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know if there's anything that has really stood out to you that you might pick up. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!